See your hands again. Now they're all clean hands. I'm washing them. Let me hear it if you've had the Pfizer vaccine.
For fuck's sake.
Let me hear it from Moderna. AstraZeneca. Let's hear it from the anti-vaxxers.
Oh, unbelievable.
This breath. Hands in the air. Yeah, you've got clean hands, I can see, it's good. We're spraying you with gel at the end. Alright, follow us, please.
Hello again, folks. Now what you saw there was a clip posted onto Twitter by a lady called Sarah, and you can hear Sarah's reaction through that video, and that tells you everything really. People are tired of getting this thing which you're not allowed to talk about pushed upon them, not only by politicians and lefties who are rioting on the streets and social media, who are getting you deplatformed and silenced and cancelled for daring to have an opinion, doing your own research and whatnot, but they're fed up with it. Now you've got rock bands doing it, and funnily enough it's left-wing hipster types who aren't really, I don't get their music. It's not for me. All right, look, I grew up in the 80s. I listened to Def Leppard, The Prodigy, even Oasis, you know. Judge me on that. That's my type of music, when it meant something, when it defined an era. You know, music defined an era, but not now. It's all politics now, and they're coming into game shows and they're dividing people. Fancy making a concert like that where people pay to come and see you. The world's a shitty place as it is, all right? They want to get away from the wars, terrorism, politics, and they just want a good time. You know, dance around, listen to your music, and forget about everything. These are young people. They want to be young, carefree, live their youth as young people should. And there you are, stood on stage, whatever your fucking name is, Kaiser Chiefs, and you've decided to divide them and demonize some of them. That's how the Nazis started in Germany. They divided and demonized people, mainly the Jews. That's what they did. And anyone who wasn't different. Anyone who was different, sorry. That's what they did, and that's how it's happening. That's how it's starting. It's on social media right now. If you are an anti, then you're being demonized, cancelled, scrubbed out. Ooh, scrubbed out. You know what I mean. Your voice is silenced because for some reason the lefties, who were once anti-capitalist Marxists, hippie types, far left-wing extremists, they're now telling you that you should have your freedoms taken away from you unless you take something which is being mass-produced by a multi-billion-dollar pharmaceutical capitalist company. It's ironic, isn't it? It's hypocrisy. And that scene there in the Kaiser Chiefs concert, it reminded me of a famous photo. You can find it on Google. Here it is. It's of Nazi Germany in the 30s, and a crowd of people who are wild and going crazy for that Hitler-Nazi thing. They're all giving the Nazi salutes except for one guy. Nowadays, that one guy would be the guy who hasn't had the... Wouldn't it? Am I telling the truth? I think I am. So a guy on Twitter posted the... comment, "This is how Nazi Germany started." You know, it's a fucking cult now. It really is a cult. And there are lefties saying, "Oh, I can't believe you're comparing this to Nazi Germany. That's ridiculous." And they're ridiculing him. These are the same people who call people like me for having an opinion a Nazi and a fascist. These people are mentally fucked. They really are absolute nuts. I couldn't imagine myself to be on the left side of the political divide. These people are mental, most of them. Give me an old school lefty any day. Really, an old school lefty. They're decent, they can be reasoned with. There is a hope that they would understand your point of view rather than deplatform you, censor you, demonize you. It's crazy, isn't it? But that's the world we live in now, folks. And yes, it is left versus right. It is right versus wrong. It is pro versus the anti. And yes, unfortunately, there are people who are anti, but they're complete nutters. I mean, I've done my own research regarding the thing. That's why I ain't having it, all right? And they will tell you that if you have it gives you breasts, it turns you gay, it makes the royal family read your mind, you can get programmed by 5G stuff which are stuck to lampposts, you can be turned into a Manchurian candidate. Once somebody throws a switch somewhere, Bill Gates, then if you've had that, you drop dead. These are all complete nonsense, all right? These are complete nonsense. My research is completely mature, grown up, and I just like to know what I've put in my body. Simple as that, you know, pro-choice. I believe in pro-choice when it comes to that. The other pro-choice thing, I don't have an opinion on. I haven't looked into it, and quite frankly, I don't think I should. All right, when it comes to that, you know what I'm talking. I know I'm going off script here. Not that I've got a script. This is all off the cuff, thanks to that clip I saw. But that's what's happening now. You've got people dividing people whether they've had the or not. And anyway, it's not up to the lead singer of a fucking pop group. It's none of his fucking business, or no one else's, if you've had the or not. Is it? I thought your medical information was fucking private. Now, the way this is going, and the heat and the hatred and the vitriol being gathered up on social media by the extreme lefties and now insane pop groups like the Pfizer chiefs, there's extreme hatred against people who really not sure, hesitant, or don't want the. And if this was a few years, if that concert was taken now, it was a few years in the future, and the hatred was so intense against the people who don't want there, and that could have turned violent thanks to this idiot pointing them out, or making them, in the hysteria of the moment, put their hands up if they haven't had it. You know, that's the way the world is heading, and we shouldn't really be doing stuff like that or heading in that direction. Even Richard Ashcroft said he'll do a concert only people who haven't had the. Well, why the hell would you exclude people who've had the? You know, it's a divisive tactic. It really is a divisive tactic, and it pushes people into the conspiracy edges of this whole mess, and that's what it is. It's a fucking mess, ladies and gentlemen. You know, if you want it, take it. If you don't. Just don't be bullied. Do your research. Do what Nicki Minaj said. Do your research. That's all you have to do. And there's a difference. There's a difference between the pro and the anti. The pro will tell you to take it, and if you don't, then your freedom should be taken away. You should be censored. You should be ostracized from society. But the hesitant or the anti, they will tell you, you know, they won't tell you, don't take it. Don't take it. You know, it's your choice. It's like being left and right, isn't it? You know, freedom of speech versus anti-freedom of speech. If you've got an opinion, use it. Or, as the left say, or the left do, I don't like your opinion. You shouldn't be on social media. Don't open your mouth. The world's going to hell in a handcart, folks, and we're being divided. Research it. Watch it. Look what's happening around you. Look at society now. I doubt this video will be up for long. I've tried my best to talk in code and hand gestures. Or, you know. That looked a bit dubious, didn't it? Like I was going skiing. Anyway, that's it. Fuck the Pfizer chiefs and bands like them. How dare they do that to their own audience, whether they have been or not. None of their fucking business. Entertain. Celebrity, dance, fucking play music. Keep politics and the plague out of it. People don't need it. People don't want it. And it's just adding to the problems, if you ask me. Anyway, that's it. That's my opinion. I haven't got the words. I really haven't got the words, folks. Even though I've spoken for 10 minutes. I really don't. It's just nuts. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please share my stuff everywhere. If you want to support my channel, then please, you can buy me a beer if you want to. And that's it. Until my next video, comment, share, subscribe, and Roger Trout. I watched a film called 1971, or was it 71? not long ago, and it's a soldier who gets lost from his patrol in Northern Ireland or Ulster in 1971, hence the title of the movie. And the guy goes in, there's an end scene, and he slams his tabs in front of the his commanding officer, and he salutes like this. If you're a squad, you'd laugh at that. Of course, there we go. Mine's not perfect, but I'm sat in the car. Bye.